Noche de Logros, celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. We are so happy that you are here, and we're so excited for what we have in store. First, we wanted to start off by doing officer introductions. My name is Daphne. I'm LASO's president, and yeah.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah, and I am the treasurer.
Hi, my name is Sweeney. I'm the social media manager, and unfortunately, our other two officers, Jezreel and Emily, couldn't be here because of mock trial, but they are here in spirit.
And we'll be starting off by talking a little bit about Hispanic Heritage Month, what it is, and why we celebrate it. So Hispanic Heritage Month happens through September 15th up until October 15th. Initially began as a week-long celebration in 1968 and expanded into a month in 1988. Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates the rich and diverse cultural heritage of Hispanic and Latina communities across the United States. Hispanic Heritage Month honors the impactful contributions of Hispanic and Latina individuals in fields such as science, education, the arts, and public service. It also fosters cultural pride and encourages intergenerational awareness and appreciation. And we also wanted to highlight some Latina activists. First with Ex Gonzalez. Ex Gonzalez is a gun violence and LGBTQ rights activist. They're a survivor of the Parkland school shooting who demanded justice, challenged political inaction, and uplifted marginalized youth through intersectional activism. They helped organize the March for Our Lives in 2018, the biggest student-led protest in U.S. history. And then Emma Tenayuca, she's a labor organizer who led the 1938 San Antonio pecan sheller strike, demanding fair wages and dignity for Mexican-American workers. Her legacy reminds us that justice begins with courage and that young voices can spark a powerful change. And then Rodolfo Gonzalez, a poet, activist, and leader of the Chicano movement. He demanded justice and pride for Mexican-American communities. He also used poetry as a form of protest and organizing as empowerment. His legacy challenges us to celebrate heritage while confronting inequality. And then Sylvia Rivera, a transgender rights activist. She was known for her fiery speeches and refusal to be silenced. She advocated for transgender rights, gay liberation, and homeless queer youth, especially those marginalized by mainstream LGBTQ movements. And then Benito Martinez Ocasio, or Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny canceled his US tour dates over concerns of ICE raids targeting Latina fans. His songs often use lyrics and visuals that critique immigration policies, colonial legacies, and economic inequalities. He has refused to dilute his identity for US mainstream audiences. And then Elena Hualinga, an environmental and human rights activist who challenged oil extraction on indigenous lands and has spoken at the UN. She has also co-founded Polluters Out, a global coalition aimed at removing the influence of fossil fuel industries from climate negotiations and advocating for real climate action. The Independence Days that occur during Hispanic Heritage Month are September 15th, 1821 for Costa Rica, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Honduras, and El Salvador. September 16th, 1810 for Mexico. September 18th, 1810 for Chile. And then September 21st, 1821 for Belize. And now we will have our social media manager, Sweeney, read a poem.
This is poem is from an expert called I Am Joaquin by Rodolfo Gonzalez, one of the activists. It reads, I have endured in the rugged mountains of our country. I have survived the toils and slavery of the fields. Have existed in the barrios of the city, in the suburbs of bigotry, in the mines of social slavery, in the prisons of dejection, in the muck of exploitation, and in the fierce heat of racial hatred. And now the trumpets sound, the music of the people stirs the revolution. Like a sleeping giant, it slowly rears its head to the sound of tramping feet, clamoring voices, mariachi strains, 3 tequila explosions, the smell of chile verde, and soft brown eyes of expectation for a better life. And in all the fertile farmlands, the barren plains, the mountain villages, smoke-smeared cities, we start to move. La raza, Mexicano, Español, Latino, Chicano, or whatever I would call myself. I look the same, I feel the same, I cry and sing the same. I am the masses of my people, and I refuse to be absorbed. I am Joaquin, the altered great, but my spirit is strong, my faith unbreakable, my blood is pure. I am Aztec Prince in the Christian Christ. I shall linger, I will linger.
Now we'll be having Beck and Miriam sing a very lovey-dovey and cutesy song.
Se queden infinitos sin estrellas o que quieran asomar su inmensidad, pero el negro de tus ojos que no muera y el canela de tu piel se quiere igual. Si quería el arco iris su belleza y las flores su perfume y su calor, no sería tan inmensa mi tristeza como aquella de quedarme sin tu amor. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y solamente tú, y tú, y tú. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y nadie más que tú. Ojos negros, piel canela, que me llegan a desesperar. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y solamente tú, y tú, y tú. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y nadie más que tú. Ojos negros, piel canela, que me llegan a desesperar. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y solamente tú, y tú, y tú. Me importas tú, y tú, y tú, y nadie más que tú.
Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be reading a poem by Juana Garcia. It's called My Poem to Latin America. Since it's so long, we couldn't put it up on the presenter, so I will try to speak slowly. Alright. Today I am proud to be Latin American. Today I will not complain about injustice. Today I will not cry. Today, in addition to celebrating our heritage, we must reflect and begin to love our America. Just as Jose Marti to really love her. It is time to be proud, to raise your forehead high and not be afraid. It is time to feel the pride of coming from a land where the cosmic race was born, where people from all over the world were merged into a clash, where there was death, blood, conquest, and colonialism. But from this brutal change, hope was born. A new culture with strong roots mixed with earth, mud, stone, full of life. Today, I want to tell all of you, old, young, and children, to discover your roots. This way you can have the pride of being who you are and want to fight for what is yours. Mexico. I mount an eagle to devour the injustice above a cactus, inspired by the rebellion of Emiliano Zapata, Earth and Freedom. Guatemala. A quetzal flies toward the volcanoes, carrying the message of Rigoberta Menchú to defend indigenous law and its great Maya past. El Salvador. In the company of Monsignor Romero, to seek God, union, and freedom. Honduras. My Catracho friends still mourn the loss of Berta Cáceres, an environmental and indigenous rights activist. Costa Rica, the Ticos. They know how to take care of the coffee land and not let the ancestral turtle die. Costa Rica, pura vida. Nicaragua, land of Sandino, revolutionary idealist who rose to fight against the greatest and defend his land with spirit and freedom. Panama, the Punch Bowl was formed at the Panama Festival, dancing on its channel that connects the Atlantic with the Pacific. From there we go to the Caribbean. Cuba, land of Celia Cruz and Jose Marti, land of my friend Fidel, idealist and revolutionary of America, full of courage against the grip of oppressive capitalism. Puerto Rico, Plano Island, where rhythm and talent sprout with the wind. I get on the bus and the hurricane god takes me to. Haiti, land of rebels, fighting slavery and colonialism when no one dared. That is value. Dominican Republic, full of music, merengue, bachata, and baseball. South America, we begin with Colombia. Colombia, how cool is life in Colombia? With coffee and a good cumbia. Walking through Cartagena, Medellin, and Bogotá, passing 100 years of solitude. Venezuela, land of Simón Bolívar, the liberator of America, born in Caracas, without fear to overthrow the Spanish Empire. Brazil, land of the Amazon, the lungs of the planet, where I hope they don't forget who Chico Mendes was. Ecuador, where the pink dolphin swims in the Galapagos Islands, a World Heritage Site and what to say about people. The center of the planet, the perfect place to discover my essence. Peru, land full of history from Cusco to Lima, I was inspired by Machu Picchu. The condor passes and will continue to fly to the Inca land where Tupac Amaru once stood. Chile, land of poets, how to forget Pablo Neruda and his 20 love poems and a desperate song. The ideals of Salvador Allende and the guitar of Victor Jara. From your capital, Santiago de Chile, I look at the Andes. Bolivia, although on your land I hear Lamento Boliviano, your wealth is within your heart. With two capitals, Sucre and La Paz, you only have one flag and one heart. Paraguay, your official language is Guarani, but some speak Spanish. Don't let a few dominate everyone. Clap and don't knock on the door. Uruguay, beautiful, progressive, liberal land, where Jose Mujica reminds you of the phrase freedom or death. From your capital, Montevideo, you can see the Rio de la Plata, and I can surely take the soccer ball to your heart. Argentina, where you can dance tango or rock in Spanish. But yes, you will go on a motorcycle, as well as Che Guevara, an icon of revolution and social equality. Strength and even victory always. Say no to dirty war. This is my Latin America, our America. I hope one day to lead you from end to end, from California, Texas, Nevada, New Mexico, and Arizona to Patagonia. May God give me license and so be it. And next, I would like to introduce Yadyn. She is our visiting Fulbright professor from Mexico.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. As Nicole said, I'm the Fulbright visiting professor at UNIARA this fall. But I would like to tell you that I come from a university called Iberoamericana in Mexico City, and I'm a professor researcher at the Social and Political Sciences Department. I'm honored to be here, and I would like to thank LASO for this very kind invitation.
People say, but are you going to be doing this for the rest of your life? That's exactly the way it looks. And I don't mind. I know I have to find my son, and not only my son, because it's not only about him anymore. If I find him and I don't find the others, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be complete. So I have to find them all. And, or at least continue trying.
The woman you just saw is Lucy Diaz, an activist from Mexico who has been searching for her missing son, Luis Guillermo, since 2013. She will be visiting us at UNIARA in about 10 days. Lucy became an activist by founding a collective of mothers who advocate for social and political change in Mexico. The collective's name is Solecito, or Little Son. It was her work, along with the efforts of many other mothers, that inspired my interest in researching grassroots resistance to violence in Mexico. While I do not consider myself an activist, I am deeply committed to studying peaceful mobilization in ways that honor the dignity and the agency of people like Lucy. This approach, rooted in mutual respect and dignity, has transformed us all. Through the exchange of ideas and shared knowledge, these mothers have moved from being seen as informants to becoming active participants in the research process. And I have evolved into a researcher who also advocates for their humanitarian cause. Thank you for listening.
We will now be moving on to dessert. We will be serving today's delicious cake, and we will also be doing seconds. We have new plates for you to grab if you would like seconds. If not, you can make your way down the line and get your slice of cake. And we will be starting out with tables 15 and 14 first. Thank you. Please give a loud round of applause for our Latina seniors, Jess and Erica. Let's give our amazing performers, Jess and Erica, another loud round of applause. This concludes our cultural dinner. We want to thank you for coming out and showing up. We're really grateful, and we just wanted to give a few thank yous for those who participated in the planning and facilitating of the event. A huge shout out to EDI, Parkhurst, all our volunteers, the LASO board, those who couldn't be here. Gabriella Chicken, the restaurant we catered with, Sazon Latino, which is downtown. And thank you all for showing up and coming out. We really appreciate it, and we hope you had as much fun as we did. Thank you, and have a good night.